So, I've created this channel dedicated to posting my videos on how I'm building my wealth and goes to inspire you to build your wealth. And the whole point why I want to build my wealth is so I can buy my freedom back, buy my time, so I don't have to work the rest of my life. However, what is the point of buying this freedom back if I'm not going to have the health to enjoy it and to have a fulfilled life where I can spend those years of my freedom doing the things I enjoy doing without any physical limitations, right? And now, two really important things that come into part of your health is your VO2 max and how well you sleep, right? So first, we're going to start talking about sleep. This is one thing that I've tried to improve on a lot over the past year. And when I was traveling and still in school, my sleep was not that good because I didn't have a consistent schedule. Some nights I'd go to sleep later because I had volleyball practice. Some nights I'd go to sleep earlier. But now I finally figured it out that I have work to keep me in check with the regime. And I go to sleep every night by 11 p.m. and I wake up every day at 7 a.m., right? So having this regime has allowed me to build a consistent sleep schedule. However, that is not the only thing that it's important when you sleep. As when you sleep, there's three different stages. There's light sleep, there's REM sleep, and there's deep sleep. And deep sleep is the most restorative sleep that you can get, right? And what got me addicted to this concept of improving my sleep was the thought that if I can't sleep the full 8 to 9 hours my body needs every day, what can I do to increase the quality of the sleep that I get? And that sent me down this whole rabbit hole where I started watching YouTube videos and researching things online until I kind of gathered a few things that worked for me. And this is what they are. First things first is this lavender oil. So I put this on about 30 minutes before I go to sleep. I rub it on my wrist and my temples, and what this does is it helps my body relax because the smell of lavender relaxes the body and kind of gets rid of the stress in the body. And that's the first thing I do. Well, maybe not the first thing. Another thing I do is I wear these blue light glasses. Usually I'd be wearing these about right now. It's currently 9:39, but I look goofy when I record with them, so I keep them off so you guys don't see the reflection. It's just better. Then the next two things on my sleep routine are this mouth tape. This has been a game changer. So, the purpose behind this mouth tape is to reduce the amount you will mouth breathe throughout the night or ideally eliminate it. And I've become a mostly dominant nose breather over the past year. There's tons of benefits to nose breathing. It just makes you more attractive. It makes your oxygen intake more efficient, and it's just overall healthier for your body. So, when you're sleeping 8 hours a night, you want to make sure that you're nose breathing. Hence, I have this mouth tape. And when you nose breathe, you also don't snore. So if you have a significant other that snores, get them some mouth tape. And finally, and I take this thing everywhere I go. I have not slept without this in forever. Is my eye mask. And I absolutely love my eye mask. When I do this, it tells my body it's time to go to sleep. Like just putting that on my eyes right there, my body started getting tired. And the reason for the eye mask is I have a window back here, as you can tell. I usually wake up before the sun rises, so it's not a big issue. But it's to make sure that there's no light coming in to wake me up while I'm kind of sleeping. So having the eye mask on makes my vision completely dark. So it kind of tells my body, it's time to release the melatonin and go to sleep and wrap it up for the day and get ready for tomorrow. And by doing these, I've been able to increase my deep sleep a lot. Before, I used to only get about 40 minutes of deep sleep per 8 hours of rest, which is really not that good. Last night on my watch, I don't know if you guys can see it, I was able to get 2 hours of deep sleep from 7.5 hours, which is amazing. And this completely translates into my day. Today I felt amazing. I was high energy. I did well at work. Had energy to be active after work too. I didn't crash. I wasn't tired when I got home. I was able to have a productive full-on day because I got good sleep. So, getting good sleep is the base for having the energy to do the things you want in life. The next thing that I really focus on, that's a metric, and it's arguably the number one metric to predicting longevity in humans is your VO2 max. And what your VO2 max is, it's essentially how much oxygen can your body use while you're exercising. And people who have higher VO2 maxes, basically it means that they run more efficient with their oxygen. They tend to live longer and have longer health and lifespans in general. So, what I've been doing to increase my VO2 max, obviously, because I want to live a long, fulfilled life, is zone 2 cardio. Now, zone 2 cardio, it varies based on your heart rate zones, but for me, it's somewhere around 125 to like 145 in heart rate zone. And there's two ways that I can go about doing this. Sometimes, if I'm playing intense volleyball, I can be primarily in the yeah, zone 2 heart rate zone. But the best one I found is slow pace running. Usually what I like to do, it's usually a Sunday type of activity once, or I'm trying to get into it twice a week. I'll go for like a 30, 45-minute run. I put on a podcast episode and I just listen to the podcast while I go at a slow, steady pace, keeping between 125 to 145 beats per minute to make sure I'm in zone 2. And this is the best way to increase your VO2 max. I've actually seen my VO2 max increase quite substantially. I believe start of the year it was like close to 43. And recently I've been tracking it with this watch. It got up to 52 after my last run. So that's like a big improvement. And I've honestly felt my cardio get a lot better. I also think a big part of this is that I've been trying to breathe through my nose more, even when exercising. And this all ties in together to, making me healthier overall and increasing my longevity through life. And what really inspired me to talk about this is the new book I've been reading by Peter Attia called Outlive. And the whole concept here is, what's the point of having medicine that can extend the last 5 years of a person's life if at that point they're not physically able to enjoy the life they live, right? So the message here is don't wait to start living life or don't delay life down the road into the point where you're not healthy anymore. And also make sure that you're taking the initiatives now to prevent the health problems down the road, right? Obviously, being 22, turning 23 this week, I'm not gonna have to worry about diabetes or cancer or cardiovascular disease or most of those things, knock on some wood, for a while until I'm like 50 or 60, right? But I can reduce the risk of me even having to worry about those problems down the road by making smart choices and incorporating healthy habits now, such as getting good sleep and increasing my VO2 max. And my goal by talking about health and trying to be a healthier person in my life isn't just to do it for my sake. What I want to be is a role model to my friends and to my family. I want to show others that becoming healthier is not the craziest thing in the world. It just boils down to some simple habits and consistency. And over time, the consistency of these healthy habits will compound. You'll feel better, you'll have more energy, and you'll be living a better life. And that's what it's about. As always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment. What are you trying to improve currently in your health? And with that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.